Hello, this is D, and I'm back with another video. Well, I really didn't want to do this video today because it seems like all the news lately that I talk about Xbox is just negative news. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm not trying to just put out negative news on Xbox. If something positive comes out on Xbox, and we do have a little bit of positive news today, I will report on it, but it's just been mostly negative news surrounding Xbox. And seeing how I'm a gaming channel that discusses the gaming news, it kind of is what it is. The facts are the facts. Now, today I was recording this video. In fact, I recorded the whole thing. And after I finished, more information came out. So I had to redo it, and here we are now. So first, I want to say that we're going to be talking about the games that are coming over from Xbox's first-party studios that are going to be on the PlayStation. As the day started, it was just Mr. Hate on his podcast. He was reporting that Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 and Halo the Master Chief Collection are both slated for multi-platform treatment, with each launching on the PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch. That's how it started. Then we heard that Final Fantasy VII Remake is finally going to make an appearance on Xbox in 2025. Now, a lot of Xbox guys, I don't know the cope that they're on these days, but they were trying to spin that, hey, you're getting the Xbox games on the PlayStation platform, but we're getting Final Fantasy VII. And that just makes absolutely no sense. First of all, Final Fantasy VII is a third-party game. It is not a first-party game from Sony. They paid to have that game exclusive on their platform, and congratulations, 4 years later, you're finally getting it. But it's not a first-party title, so it is not the same as Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 or the Halo Master Chief Collection going to the PlayStation. Let me repeat that again. Microsoft Flight Simulator and Halo the Master Chief Collection are going to the PlayStation platform. These are Microsoft first-party games that are only on Xbox and PC, not on PlayStation. They will be coming to the Switch 2 and the PlayStation 5, and of course the PlayStation 5 Pro. Once again, giving you one less reason of owning an Xbox. And I'm sorry that this news upsets some of you guys, but we have to report it. It is what it is. The PlayStation 5 Pro will essentially play Xbox's first-party titles best on console. The Xbox Series X is not going to play it better than the PlayStation 5 Pro. We're already seeing this with Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And I was nice. I didn't even do a video on that. All the improvements that are on the PlayStation 5 Pro, like the VRR, not actually compensating for your low frame rate, but actually estimating that you can do better frame rate and giving you those frames. That is something that is definitely not available on the Xbox. We already know that it has better machine learning. We already know that it has better ray tracing. It has better compute units. It even has a better CPU, albeit by 10%. So the games are not going to look and run better on the Xbox Series X. Once again, making it less of a reason for gamers to own that console. Let's not even talk about the Xbox Series S, because that console is anemic and it's struggling. That's the reason why Black Myth Wukong isn't on the Xbox Series X right now. Now, as that news ended and I stopped my video, we then found out from Jez Corden that Hellblade 2, Age of Mythology, and Gears of War 1 Ultimate Edition are also slated for the PlayStation 5 this year. That's unbelievable. And it didn't stop there. NateTheHate also confirmed that he has heard that Forza 5 is also coming to the PlayStation 5, that they've done some work already. And he said he wouldn't be surprised if it launches in 2025, although perhaps a cross-platform ambition will go straight to Forza Horizon 6 with a tentative cross-platform launch of day one. That is absolutely insane. Forza Horizon 6 launching day and date on the PlayStation 5, as well as the Xbox Series console and PC and Switch as well. That is just crazy. Now, it doesn't say necessarily Switch, but we already know that Microsoft is bringing more games to the Switch 2 as well. And the Switch 2 is supposed to be more powerful. So, I don't know. This is not looking good for the Xbox console. And this is the argument that I have with Xbox fans. If you care about the console, this is not good. This gives the Xbox Series X and S less of a reason for gamers to go out and purchase those consoles, especially with the games being available on the PlayStation that has more exclusives, that has third-party exclusives, that first-party exclusives are at a higher degree of quality. And those games are not making an appearance on the Xbox console. So why would you buy an Xbox console? I think less gamers are going to choose that console in the long run. Yes, they're still going to be making a next generation Xbox console, but it doesn't mean that that console will sell. Once again, with the games going everywhere, it's less of a reason to even own that console, even if it's very powerful, because it's not going to be a cheap console. So they're not going to have the price going for it. You can play those games on PC. All of your Xbox games are day and date on PC. Looks like a lot of the Xbox games are going to be day and date on the PlayStation. What is the purpose of owning an Xbox console? And gamers just seem to be in denial on this. Gamers trying to spin this news because Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming to the Xbox this year. That is not the same thing as a first-party title from Microsoft making its way to the PlayStation. This is a third-party game. It's a timed exclusive. We knew that eventually it would make its way to Xbox. So this is not a surprise to anybody. Square Enix said going forward they're going to release their games on all platforms, that it doesn't make financial sense for them to keep it off of a platform for a timed period. So this is not news. This is not a way to spin it. It is not the same as these first-party titles making their way to the PlayStation 5 and the Nintendo Switch 2. Now let's go over to Windows Central, and like usual, I'll leave a link in the description down below so you guys can check it out for yourself, and we're going to go through Jez's article. Now, Jez goes on to say it's a new year for Xbox. That means new games. Just earlier this week, Microsoft revealed the upcoming Developer Direct stream, which will showcase Doom: The Dark Ages, South of Midnight, and a mysterious fourth game that has yet to be revealed. On January 23rd, we'll catch a glimpse of what Microsoft is planning to offer its Xbox platform gamers throughout the year, which also boosts avowed The Outer Worlds 2, Fable, if none end up getting delayed. Now, I will say the Developer Direct that is coming on this 23rd of January does look good. I'm looking forward to seeing Doom: The Dark Ages as well as South of Midnight. I'm not a fan of Age of Mythology, so I don't really care about that game. Now, the fourth game that they have not announced is exciting. I want to see what this is. But once again, these games are most likely going to be making an appearance on the PlayStation 5. We already know that the Doom: Dark Ages will be on the PlayStation 5. It'll be on the PlayStation 5 Pro. It'll look and run better on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Wrap your head around that. Sony has a console that will play Xbox games best, better than Xbox's own console. That is not a good thing. That is less of a reason to own an Xbox. And that's what I keep trying to get through Xbox gamers' head. They keep saying that this is a good thing. It's a good thing if you're an investor. It's a good thing if you're Microsoft because you're going to make a lot more money putting your games on the #1 platform. Sony has over 70 million sales this generation. Microsoft has about 30 to 34 million consoles sold. That is a huge divide. Xbox guys, they are not buying the games. They're simply not supporting the games. When we look at Marvel's Rivals, this game made, I believe, $52 million on Steam. On the PlayStation, it made $27 million. On the Xbox consoles, it made $2.7 million. That is a huge divide. The PlayStation, they sold a little bit more than half of what sold on PC. The Xbox console with an abysmal 2.7 in revenue from Marvel's Rivals is horrible. That just shows you that they are not buying games over there. Now, Microsoft, if they had sold more consoles, then they wouldn't be in this situation because they'd have a lot more subscribers. I believe Matt Booty said that they need to have 80 to 100 million subscribers in order for Game Pass to be profitable. They are far from that. The last that I heard is that they have about 32 million Game Pass subscribers, and that is split between console and PC. Now, over the holiday season, I'm sure that they added to this number. Let's just give them a gracious 2 million. So say they have 34 million Game Pass subscribers. Once again, that is a far cry from the 80 to 100 million that Matt Booty said is required in order to make the service profitable. This is why they are bringing their games to all the platforms. Avowed, I think, is going to be a timed exclusive. I think after 6 months, we're going to see it on everything. The Outer Worlds 2, we already know that is launching day and date on the PlayStation 5. Fable, I could see it having a 6-month delay and then showing up on the PlayStation platform. Now, Jez goes on to say that it's well known by now that Microsoft is making an effort to put its Xbox games on other platforms. Today, credible tipster NateTheHate shared rumors on his podcast for games we can expect to see hit the PlayStation 5 and the unannounced Nintendo Switch 2 later this year. For Xbox fans, NateTheHate suggests that Final Fantasy VII Remake is hitting Xbox in 2025, with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth aiming for 2026. According to Mr. Hate, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 and Halo the Master Chief Collection are both slated for the multi-platform treatment. Now, Jez Corden goes on to say that he can corroborate independently with their own sources that all the above is most likely true, and it seems that Microsoft isn't stopping there. Now, this is where I had to come back in and redo this video because this news kind of just broke as I finished. Now, he goes, as previously noted, the Xbox CEO Phil Spencer said there are no red lines when it comes to games that Microsoft aims to bring to other platforms. Now, this is Jez Corden. He is adding on to the list of games that will be coming to the Switch 2 and to the PlayStation 5. He goes that I've heard in addition to the above Hellblade 2, Age of Mythology, and potential Gears of War Ultimate Edition are also slated for the PlayStation 5 this year too, although I'm unsure that includes a Nintendo Switch 2. I would expect that most likely it does if I had to guess at this point. Now, he goes on to say, if all of this is true, and take these rumors with a pinch of salt, as plans can change, Microsoft will probably make more money with this content this year than it ever has. Microsoft has a vast mountain of first-party content in development, with further unannounced titles for 2025 slated for the Xbox Showcase, which typically airs in June. The majority of Xbox upcoming slate, if not all of it, will at least be timed exclusive on the Xbox and Windows. For most games on PlayStation, Nintendo Switch version will be ready to go launch day or some months after the fact. And then, of course, NateTheHate added on Forza Horizon 5. So, I don't know what to say to you guys at this point. Xbox is a third-party developer. They're a third-party publisher. All of their games are going to go to the PlayStation 5. They're going to go to the Nintendo Switch. Some of these games are going to be day and date. Some of them are going to have a 6-month window. But all of that doesn't matter because all of their games are going to be on the PlayStation. Halo is going to be on the PlayStation. So if they're putting Halo Master Chief Collection on the PlayStation and the Gears 1 Ultimate Edition on the PlayStation, you better believe that day and date the next Gears of War and Halo games will be coming to the PlayStation. It makes financial sense because they're going to make a lot of money because Game Pass is not sustainable on their platform alone. Xbox gamers are not buying these games. These are the facts. You guys can argue, you can scream, but you are not buying these games. You're just enjoying them in Game Pass, and that's fine. Game Pass is a fantastic service, but in order for Game Pass to be sustainable, it has to have a lot of subscribers, and the subscriber count for Game Pass simply just isn't high enough. They simply didn't move enough consoles. The fact that Game Pass is somewhat doing okay is because a lot of PC players have Game Pass Ultimate, have Game Pass PC. This is kind of helping Microsoft out, and it's not enough, so they are releasing their games on every platform. Now, I don't know what to say, man. Like, I don't like to sit here and report just bad news on Xbox. Like, I get it. I get it that Xbox guys are just tired of hearing bad news and that you want something positive, something to be excited about. Be excited about the games because Xbox has some fantastic games coming to the Game Pass service. I cannot wait to play South of Midnight. I'm excited to play Doom Dark Ages. It's going to be in the Game Pass service, which is still a fantastic service and the best value in gaming. But as far as the console wars are concerned, it is over. And the numbers just don't support that Xbox gamers are buying these games. They simply are not. Game Pass does hurt game sales. And because of that, they are putting their games on other platforms. It is what it is. Now, for all of you guys out there saying that it is not a big deal, if you are a shareholder, if you are a part of the Microsoft board, sure, it's not a big deal because you're going to profit more from it. But if you are a core console gamer, this is not good for the console's future going forward. Even when they release their next generation console, they're gonna have a hard time selling it with all of their games being everywhere. This is the truth and something that Xbox gamers are going to have to deal with. Now, if I could give some honest advice, be excited for the games, be excited for what's coming down the line for Game Pass service. If you truly care about playing games where they look and run the best for Xbox, I would say migrate over to PC. Xbox is PC, and they have said that in all of their adverts, and all of their games can be played day and date on PC. And of course, they can be played there looking and running the best. We have new RTX 5000 series cards coming out. We have new AMD RX 9070 cards coming out. So you're gonna have some options. Honestly, that's what I would do because I just don't see a future for the Xbox console with all of their games being released on all platforms. Anyways, you guys let me know what you think about all of this. What do you think about my advice if you really care about Xbox just to migrate over to PC so that you can play them at their best fidelity? What do you think about Microsoft putting their games on PlayStation and Nintendo Switch? Do you think it will hurt the Xbox console? Let me know in the comment section down below. And like I usually say, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.